I'm Grace Torie, and you're listening to That Girl the Podcast. Grab a beverage of choice and settle in, because the new episode is starting now. Hey guys, what is up? It's your girl Grace Torie, and I'm back with a whole new podcast episode. Did you just hear my bunny thump as I was doing the intro? I did. That was kind of random. Don't know why he did that, but I'm going to leave that because I've already done my intro like 3 times. So, hey guys. Today's episode is pretty special because it's my last episode being 23. So this episode goes up on Wednesday. I turn 24 on Friday, and then my next episode is on Sunday. Also, why did my voice just go up so many octaves? I don't know. Is that what an octave is? Okay, I just need to take a minute. I took my ADHD medicine today, and I never take my ADHD medication. So why is my ADHD worse today than it usually is? Can someone explain? But anyway, I am really excited for this episode because I'm going to be talking about 24 lessons that I learned in 24 years on the planet, on Earth, here with you guys. So I'm really, really excited. It's also my first birthday on the podcast since my podcast turns 1 in June. So this is my first lessons I've learned. I've done them on my personal YouTube before, but I don't do them very often. I think the last one I did was when I was 19. But yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like 23 was just a year of transformation because I graduated from grad school in May of 2022, so I had just turned 23. So I was this was my first year pretty much out of college and out of school, literally ever. So I learned a lot. I couldn't keep pushing things off and living, saying school was my excuse for doing that. I also had to figure life out because I feel like when you're in school, even though it's really, really hard and you are studying and things like that, you're definitely busy, and yeah, that's a whole nother world. You have a set schedule that you do every single day. You get up, you go to class, you do your homework, and then you go home. Once you graduate, it's you're on your own. You gotta find a job, you gotta work it out, you need money to live, so you gotta figure it out. And my family loves me, they're very supportive of me, but they also don't just give me money if I need it. They're not yeah, you can live with us as much as you want. I moved out when I went to college, so I'm kind of on my own over here other than my boyfriend for the most part. So it's been a year of realizing things, growing, learning how to be an adult, which is not my favorite thing. Adulting is not really where I tend to shine. So, this is going to be one heck of a video. I already made my list, and I don't know. I think it's a good one. I think that you guys will hopefully learn something from it or take something from it. So, let me know what your favorite lesson that you took away from this is. If you are able to comment down below. If not, I'm going to post a thing that has all of my lessons just not in detail. Here we're going to talk about them, dive into them on my Instagram. It's going to be a 1-sentence thing. So if you want to comment your favorite one over there, you can do that as well. But yeah, that's at That Girl the Pod. Also, don't forget to follow TikTok at That Girl the Pod. And other than that, don't forget to follow, subscribe, all those fun things. But I guess we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I don't really have any life updates other than I just showered. So if my hair looks half frizzy, half I don't even know, it's because I took a shower and it was an everything shower. So that's that. 24 lessons I've learned at 24. The first one is so important. I feel like I figured this one out pretty early, but then I just kept not living by it. So then I had to keep reminding myself, and I'm still working on it. But basically, it's not that serious. And by it, I mean literally anything. Nothing is that serious. Not a thing. Not a single thing on this planet is as serious as you think it is. So just have fun. Really, just take yourself. If you think it's that serious and you're stressed and you just can't see a way out, just take a step back and be is this really that serious? Those, I don't know if it's a common thing, but I can't remember what it's from, where everyone's we're literally just floating on a rock in space. that's what's happening right now. And nothing you can think of that is that serious. There's literally no situation that you can't work your way through and get out of and be better for doing it. So yeah, life's not that serious. Have more fun. Don't take it super, super seriously. Number 2, if you're not aligned with yourself, nothing in your life is going to be. If you're not balanced, if you don't feel balanced, nothing in your life is going to be balanced. It's going to be utter chaos no matter how much you try to make it work. You got to figure it out first. So what I mean by aligned, there's a lot of different ways to say it. Like, if you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, if you aren't confident in yourself, if you don't just like feel aligned within yourself, if your chakras aren't aligned, if you don't feel balanced within yourself, like if you don't feel good, if you just feel generally icky and like you're not yourself, you're not aligned. If you feel like you're yourself and your default state is like, I'm good, I'm happy, I got myself, I'm good, then you are aligned, is essentially what I mean. So you need to be good, like chill. Everything needs to be like your default state being balanced for everything else to work out. If not, you're going to feel out of place. You're going to feel chaotic no matter what. The best thing in the world could be happening and you could be like, I just feel really out of it and this doesn't make sense to me. And it's because you're not there. Like, you're not aligned. You're not balanced. You're not in tune with yourself, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the science behind it. I just know that if you are not feeling yourself, that the world does not feel you either. So very important. I have done a ton of videos on how to become more aligned with yourself. So definitely check out those episodes previously if you don't feel aligned. And it's something you have to constantly be mindful of and work on, but it's so true if I have learned anything. Number 3, if you don't know what to do, listen to your gut. Honestly, always listen to your gut anyway. It's just right. Like, my gut is always right, and I don't know. I can only speak for myself. I know that I have always had strong intuition. Do you guys hear that big old truck? Okay, I don't know if you could hear that if my mic picked it up. There was a huge truck. Okay, focus. I don't know if I just have a, better intuition than, the average person or if everyone's gut is always right, but go with your gut instinct. Go with that decision that you, immediately come up with. I always tell people, if you're stuck between two things, what do you immediately go to as your answer? And that's the correct answer, because your gut's just always right. Your gut always knows what's best for you. That is your intuition speaking, and it's never wrong. Just listen to it. I swear to you, listen to it, and you'll be on your life path. You'll find your purpose. Everything will be fine and dandy, because it's never going to steer you wrong. Number 4, the best truly is yet to come. I really struggled with thinking that my best years, my best age, my prime was when I was 19, 20, 21, and then I missed it because of certain situations that were going on in my life. I wasn't able to do typical things that a college kid would do, in America specifically, go to frat parties and things like that. I just felt very trapped during those years. So I truly looked back on those years, especially this past year when I've been reflecting and really transforming myself and my life or whatever. And I just felt like I was jealous of that age. I was like, man, I wish I was that age. I'm so mad at myself for not taking advantage of it more. I used to be one of those people that would say oh, I don't regret anything because everything's a lesson and it made me who I am today. But no, I seriously regret this. I wish I would have taken advantage of those years more. But the best is yet to come. There's always something better coming. I don't know why, but I've recently heard so many people say that 25 is the best year of their lives, or it was. So stay tuned. Maybe for my 26 lessons I learned at 26, I'll be yeah, the best is over. Best is behind me. I'm done. Who knows? But as of right now, the best is yet to come. There are so many good things still coming for me, for you. And stop being sad that things aren't happening in your life and go get them. I may not be able to go to frat parties anymore. That would be kind of weird. But I can still go to bars with my friends and do those literal same things that I would do, just in a different environment. So definitely understand that the best is yet to come, and there's still so many beautiful things ahead of you, no matter how old you are. 5, you are your own worst critic, so stop. Just stop. Stop being so hard on yourself. I am so hard on myself. I think that no one, like, this is severely, like, seriously something I struggle with. Words are hard. I genuinely think that everyone hates me and that I'm so annoying and that I'm too loud and that I talk over people and that I'm not that great looking. Like, I have so many critiques for myself. Like, I could always be better at XYZ. And even when I try my best, I could do better than that. Like, I have so many critiques for myself that I've been working on this past year and I'm still working on. And all of those things that I think, I guarantee you nobody else is thinking. And if they are, it's not as bad as I think it is. Like, no one hates me. No one hates me. It's just I'm in my head and I genuinely think that everyone hates me. So that's something that I've really had to work on this year. And I think I know a lot of other people struggle with that. So I just want to let you know that you're your own worst critic. So chill. Literally stop. Stop being so hard on yourself. Number 6, at the end of the day, those that you love are truly all that matters. So prioritize them while you still can. They're not going to be here forever. Their health, the time you have with them, the love that you have for them, none of those things can be bought. None of those things can be replaced. None of those things can be really given back. I mean, obviously you can get healthy after being sick, but like once someone's gone, they're gone. Like you're not going to get that time back. Time cannot be given back. So prioritize spending time with people that you love while you can. I mean, I look at Josh and I know that we're young and we have our whole lives ahead of us, but I still am like anxious about the day when like we're no longer on this earth together, and it stresses me out because I'm like, we don't have enough time. Like, the time on earth is not enough. And I know that's me overthinking, but when you love someone, like, that's truly all you have with them, and you can't just get more. Like, any moment that you're here on earth is a blessing, and those that you love are here on earth. Every moment they have that they're here and they're healthy is also a blessing. So prioritize spending time with them while you can. Don't put them off to work or do other things. I know I said don't put them off to work, but number 7 is work. Do that to the 2 to 5th Harmonies song Work. I just couldn't because I can't sing. Yeah, I know I don't mean like overwork yourself, but what I do mean is don't stop working because you fail. Most people fail like 1,000 times before they are successful at anything. So remember that you have to fail before you become successful, and don't stop working and give up because it doesn't happen immediately. You've got to put effort in. Even if you're naturally really good at something, it still takes work ethic to make it happen. So definitely don't stop. Like, you need to put the effort in. Number 8. I know I said to work, but also you need to rest. Holy crap. Did I learn to rest? I got knocked on my ass, excuse my language, this year with my health. And it was because I was not prioritizing sleep, healthy food, working out. I wasn't doing a single thing for my health. I wasn't even like emotionally taking care of myself. Like, you name it, and I was doing it wrong. I was doing something unhealthy. So rest is so important. You are not lazy for resting. I can tell you, I will scream it from the rooftops. You are not lazy for resting, for sleeping. I used to get so mad at myself for taking a rest day, taking a day off, sleeping in. I'd be like, no days off, no breaks. Grace, you need to hustle. You are not going to get whatever you're working towards with that attitude. Go outside into the world and do it all. And that's great. But if you're not resting, no, you're going to be too exhausted. You're going to get really sick, aka me, and you're probably going to get to that goal that you're trying to reach. It's probably going to take you longer because you're going to burn out. So rest. You need to rest. Number 9, you're enough, so stop acting like you never will be. This goes along the lines of stop critiquing yourself, stop thinking that you'll never will be enough. Stop saying that you're never going to be enough, because you are as you are. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything extra to be enough. You just are. So stop having a mentality that you never will be, or that, no matter what, you're never going to be enough. I grew up in a family where expectations were set very high for me because I'm a high achiever. Like, and I'm not saying that, like, my family didn't love me or anything. My family does love me. My mom raised me so well. Like, it was not bad by any means. Like, I wasn't, like, in a bad situation by any means. But the expectations that my family set for me were very high, like, naturally. Like, it's not, oh, good job, you got A's on your report card. It was, I expect you to get A's on your report card, so if you got anything less, what is wrong with you? Type situation. So while I know that my family meant well and they did that because they knew that I could do things very easily, like when it comes to achievements and things like that, it kind of gave me the mentality that if I'm not the best at something, like literally the best out of every person doing it, that I'm not good enough. So if something doesn't happen for me quickly and I have to fail a couple of times, or if I'm not the best and I'm just like good at it, it makes me really, really freak out, and I think that I'm not enough, which is not good. That is not great. So I know my family meant well. I love them. They raised me great, whatever. I still struggle with thinking I'm not enough. So I am telling you, I'm telling myself that we are both more than enough, and we don't have to prove anything to know that we're enough. We just are. It just comes with being ourselves. So stop pretending that you never will be enough. Number 10, the little moments are the memories you'll take with you forever. So I used to try and put so many big moments into my life. Like, I used to think if we're not doing something super crazy every weekend, if we aren't going out to extravagant dinners, if we aren't going out to parties, that we're not making memories. Like, we're wasting our days away, and we're just gonna, like, be old one day and be like, wow, I did nothing with my life. Like, I didn't do anything fun. But that's not the case. Like, Josh and I have been on adventures. We've done great things. Like, we've gone on road trips, fun places. Like, but the silly thing is, like, most of the memories that mean most to me were the little moments, like stopping at a gas station, or a little conversation we had about, like, going over a bridge, or, like, a joke that we made together. Like, little things that are so small. Like, we went to Gatlinburg when we first started dating with my sister and her husband, and the memory I have the most is us laying in bed watching Netflix at the Airbnb. Like, and I did so many things that week. Like, we did so many fun things that weekend. I don't know why that's the main memory I have, but it's probably the one that I cherish the most, and it's kind of funny. So the little moments are the memories that you're going to take with you, that are going to be your most cherished ones. So don't discount them. Number 11, always tell people you miss them and you're sorry, but also set boundaries. So what I mean by this is you can be sorry for things that you did for someone, you can miss someone, but if they treated you poorly, if they're not a good influence on you, if you know that they're not good for you in any way, still acknowledge that and put a foot down. Like, I have friends that I miss so much, and maybe we ended on a bad foot on both of our ends. And I'm fine to apologize for that and say, like, hey, I'm sorry for, like, what I contributed to that. However, I'm not gonna, like, say directly to them, hey, you're a bad influence on me, because that's just not necessary. But, like, I'm also not gonna be as close as I once was, and I'm kind of gonna, if I still choose to be friends with some of these people, like, keep them at an arm's length, because I do know that they're not good for me, or that this situation, like, showed maybe their true colors, or whatever it may be. Like, I do miss the way things were, but I also know that they can't be that way again, if that makes sense. So, life's too short to miss someone. Tell them you miss them. Life's too short to hold a grudge or anything like that. So if you need to say you're sorry, forgive someone, do it. But also don't forget, like, set those healthy boundaries, because if they're not good for you, they're not good for you. And maybe one day they will be again, but in that moment, they're not. And you're the only one who can make that decision on what's best for you. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Like, it's okay to grow out of someone, or for someone to not be good for you and for you to still miss them. Just be willing to set those boundaries. Number 12, we're halfway through. Prioritize your health and fitness, because when you don't have it anymore, you're going to wish you took better care of it to begin with. Go to the doctor and get things seen, eat healthy, exercise. All of these things are important. Like you guys know, I previously mentioned literally 2 seconds ago, my health took a turn this year and I had to go to the doctor for 1,000 different things. I'm still going to the doctor for 1,000 different things. Still don't have a diagnosis. Yay for me. But maybe, just maybe, things would have not gotten this bad, or I could have completely avoided some of these things if I would have taken care of myself to begin with. Just a thought. So whether I'm talking about, or whether you see this as when you're way older and it's not as easy to be healthy, you're going to miss the healthiness that you once had when you were younger, or whether you see this as you're going to be 24 and you're going to get sick with something and you're, going to miss being healthy a couple of days ago. Like, when I get an example of this, kind of a little off topic, but when I get the flu or even allergies or something where my nose is stuffy, I get so, upset and jealous of the me that was healthy a couple of days before I was sick. Like, I'll look back on myself and be like, dang, she does not know how good she had it. Like, your health is so important, and it's something that you don't really think about being grateful for until it's gone. So definitely take care of it the best that you can, because once it's gone, it sucks and you want it back, and it's not something that you can just pay to have back, or just get back by working hard. Like, you can, but it's not going to happen overnight, and some health problems last forever. So yeah, take care of yourself, prevent that stuff. Just do it. Number 13, okay, I did not do that on purpose, but number 13 is Taylor Swift knows everything and can solve any problem you have. I promise I did not do that because 13 is Taylor's lucky number. That was completely on accident, but it's true. She does know everything, and any problem you have, there's a Taylor Swift song to fix it, and that's just the truth. I don't make the rules. As I've gotten older, I started listening to her when I was 10? Didn't even know what a boy was. Didn't know what career was. Didn't know what misogyny was. Now I'm 20. Oh my god, this video is literally about me turning 24 and I didn't remember how old I was. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything she said is still true. In a different way. I know what she's talking about now, and I'm listening to her old albums, Speak Now, Fearless, all that, and I'm wow, I've either experienced what she's talking about, or I'm going through what she's talking about, or I at least understand it in a new light. And sis was right. She was spitting some facts. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. She solves any problem you have. Number 14, college degrees do not mean you automatically know what you're going to do for the rest of your life, or your life is going to make sense when you graduate, or everything's going to fall into place. Take it from me, I have 2 bachelor degrees and a master's degree, and I still don't know what's going on. I still have no idea what I'm going to do in 10 minutes, and I'm still panicking about my future about 100 times a day, which I'm really, really, really trying to work on, because life's not that serious, so I need to stop panicking about it. But also, panicking is my default, so that's something I'm working on as well. Can you tell I have anxiety? 15. Start your savings account as early as possible. 18 years old, 14 years old, 5 years old. Start your savings account. As early as possible. Come out the womb, immediately your child needs a savings account. Because guess what? One day, you're going to have a flat tire. Or you're going to want those concert tickets. Or your best friend is going to get married in Vegas and have her bachelorette party in Miami. Hi, Katie, I love you. That was a lot of fun, but yeah, I felt that in my savings account. Get a savings account as soon as possible. I didn't start mine until this year, and stressy depressy, not the best idea I've had. I really just enjoyed spending money on dumb things all through college, and I didn't really have money to begin with, so that was also a really big excuse I had. I was if I don't have money, the little money I do have, I shouldn't save it, right? No, you should still be saving a portion of it, even if it's $20 a paycheck. save what you can and start somewhere. 16, a clean house, truly, 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 I cannot stress this enough, does wonders for your productivity levels and your mental health. I am a new person when my house is clean. I'm a changed woman. Like, I'm a whole new person when my house is clean. My anxiety levels are, like, non-existent. My life feels so much together. I feel more balanced. I feel more aligned. All of these things come with having a clean house. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my raging OCD, but I think everyone feels that way from, like, what I've gathered. Number 17, you don't know a single thing about the future. Stop obsessing over planning it. It's going to happen how it's meant to. What's meant to be is going to be. And I'm not saying don't plan at all. Still plan. That's very important. But don't stress about planning. I didn't realize I did this until a couple days ago. See, I'm still learning things. Yeah, things are constantly happening over here. I didn't realize until a couple days ago that I was so obsessed with controlling everything I possibly could about the future and knowing every single detail I possibly could about things that were going to happen, like events and things like that, so that I could control as much as I possibly could, that I was, like, not letting anything happen. Like, there was no going with the flow. And I was holding on so tightly to any information I could possibly get about events or moments or anything that was happening in the future, whether it was, like, literally going to Taco Bell with Josh or it was, like, a work event. Like, I wanted any information I could get. For what? So that I knew what was happening? Like, there's no reason to be as stressed as I was. Like, I'm talking clenched jaw, anxiety, through a little anxiety attack, temper tantrum if I didn't know what was going to happen. Like, and the worst part is I didn't even realize I was like this. Like, I didn't even realize I was so scared of just letting things happen or, like, not being in control of what was going to happen next. So I decided to just stop caring about what happens. Like, obviously I'm, like, planning, like, and trying to make plans, but I'm not holding on to the outcomes. Like, affirmation I've been saying is I don't know what's going to happen next. And it's really been healthy for me because I don't know what's going to happen next. And I need to stop pretending that I know. I need to stop pretending that I have the ability to change the future or predict the future or predict the outcome. Like, obviously, what you do now is going to dictate your future in certain aspects. Like, work hard, you're going to reap the benefits and things like that. But little things in your day, like getting a flat tire or, you know, being late home from work, things like that, you can't really control that. And so, like, I need to stop panicking over it. I need to just let the day go, and whatever comes of it, I'll deal with it as it comes and just kind of hope or plan to have the best day ever, essentially. Like, affirm that today's going to be an amazing day, that I don't know what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be amazing, and then deal with anything else as it comes. So I don't know if that made sense. I'm still trying to work it out in my head since this is a new thing I just realized a couple days ago. But yeah, I don't know. That's the big one. Number 18, every significant past or present relationship in your life is meant to teach you something. It may take a while after the relationship ends to know the lesson, but trust me, it'll all click one day and you'll figure out what the lesson was. This can be for platonic, romantic, family, friends, relationship, any relationship in your life. Whether it's even pets. Like, I've had pets pass away too soon and I've been like, wow, that was meant to teach me XYZ. Like, every single relationship in your life is a lesson. And I firmly believe that some people were put into your life to teach you something while they're with you, and some people leave your life painfully sometimes to teach you. And I talked about this in a previous episode, I think, but it's all going to make sense even if it hurts in the moment. It'll all make sense one day. It may take a while. It's been a couple years and I'm still waiting for my lesson for some people. But there's a reason for it all and you'll figure it out one day. Number 19. everything in your life needs balance. The good and the bad, the healthy and unhealthy, the fun and the boring. It's all a balancing act that for the most part occurs naturally, but sometimes you need to kind of balance it and help the universe or God or whatever you believe in out a little bit. So what I mean by that is eating healthy versus unhealthy, going out and having fun versus staying in, introvert versus extrovert is kind of what I mean by that. Working hard, playing hard, stressful things happening in your life, exciting things happening in your life. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of things in life are cyclical, so it'll be really good, and then it'll be really bad, and it'll be really boring, and then it'll be really exciting, and it'll be chaotic, and then it'll be really calm. Everything in life is balance. Like, what is bad will eventually have to come back up and be good, is kind of what I'm talking about. I don't know why my dog just, barked. She's trying to tell somebody something, but I'll get to that when I'm done here. She's fine. Basically, what I'm saying is everything is going to balance out if it hasn't already, and sometimes you need to help initiate that balance. Sometimes, for the most part, it happens on its own, but everything in life is a balancing act. You can, a little bit of something is for the most part good, but you gotta balance it out with the other thing, is kind of what I'm trying to say. I gave a couple examples, but I hope that makes sense. I feel like that's something that you can talk about literally everything and bring it back to balance. But yeah, number 20, face your demons, trauma, shadow self, or whatever fancy word you have for the bad things that you don't want to face. Yeah, go face those head on. Stop putting them off because they're only going to get worse. They're always going to be there. They're always going to be lurking in the back of your mind until you handle them. Handle your shit is basically what I'm saying. Stop putting them off. Stop putting those skeletons in those closets because they're going to be there. They're going to be in the back of your mind, and they're going to kind of subconsciously wreck you until you address them. So address them, please, for all of us. I've been you. If you are putting them off currently, I've been you, and it literally made me physically sick. I feel like I believe that kind of stuff can manifest physically in sickness, and I think that it definitely played a part. When you just don't address trauma and it weighs down on you, I think it definitely can affect you physically. Why did I just take so long to say that? But if you need to go therapy. If you need to face yourself and journal, do some shadow work, whatever you need to do to get it out. Feel your feelings. If you need to cry it out, but address it. 21, rejection is redirection. In other words, one door closes and another one is immediately going to open. Don't believe me? Try it for yourself. Trust me, the next time a door closes, another one is just going to pop open. You're going to be like, wow, I didn't know that was even an option, that door was even there, that existed. But that sounds fun. I'm kind of glad that the other door closed. Don't ever take rejection personally. It is redirection. Don't ever take a no personally. It is redirection. Literally everything in life is not that serious. As I stated previously, if you were rejected for whether it's a person or a job or whatever it may be, it's because something 1,000 times better is right around the corner, and you may not see it. You may need to cry it off because you worked really hard to get to that point and you're disappointed. That's all good. That's all good, girl. But know that something better is coming. That door is opening, and you probably couldn't even guess what it is to begin with because you were so focused on the other thing, you didn't even realize that was coming to fruition. 22. Coffee may seem cool, but in my personal experience, it's only because my vitamin D and B12 were low. So maybe, you just need to take your supplements, drink water, and get a good night's sleep instead. I also need to stop saying that I need coffee because I'm Cuban and making that a personality trait. No, I need coffee because I have low vitamin D and B12. I just needed supplements, which I'm still working on figuring that out. But I don't know. Coffee is a very fine line. I feel like you really need to figure out your relationship with it, and it's a really weird relationship. It's that one toxic relationship you can't get rid of. I know coffee's good for you, but we also like to put all these things in it that are not good for you. So yeah, coffee is just one of those things for me personally. I was just doing that because I had other health issues I was running away from and just low-key making them worse. Number 23. Get out of your head and spend some time in the real world. I mean that in the nicest way possible, because I myself like to sit in my mind and stress about anxiety and what if this goes wrong, what if that goes wrong. Oh my gosh, I kind of disassociate because I think about it so much. I need to let you know that if you spend some time out in the world and not just thinking about how scary the world is, you're probably going to find that you actually like the world and it's not nearly as scary as you thought it was. So just a heads up, the world's a little bit better than your anxiety wants you to believe. You should probably get to know it and hang out there every once in a while, in my experience. And lastly, number 24. If you have a goal, big or small, do it. Don't wait for the perfect time or when you have it all figured out. Literally go start right now. This is the last point. Let me wrap up this episode and then go start that goal that you are trying to work towards. Because guess what? You're going to improve as you do it, so you don't have to be perfect right now. And life is too short to wait for you to be perfect, because you're never going to be perfect. I'm sorry. You're perfect in my eyes, but in like a cute way, not in like a perfect way, you know? You never know. That thing could become your whole world. It could become your purpose. It could become your career. Just go do it. Stop putting it off. Literally you. I'm talking to you. Stop putting that thing off and go do it. For me, that was the podcast. Hi, guys. Love you. Yeah. Hi. I put that off for a couple years, but here we are. So, yeah, those are my 24 lessons I learned at 24. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite point I made is. Let me know if you learned any insightful things as you hit like a new age, whatever that age may be. I'm not going to ask you what your age is because I feel like that's kind of rude in some cultures. So, like, yeah, love that for you. I just got really awkward. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at ThatGirlThePod. If you are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, I see you. Don't forget to leave a rating and a review. Takes 2 seconds. Just tap a couple stars. Means the world to me. Blows the podcast up. Let's blow it up so everyone can hear it and we can become a huge community of girlies and we can all just talk to each other all the time, support each other, be each other's besties, be resources for each other. Like, who won the world? Us? Did I say won? We haven't won it yet, but we run it. Who run the world is what I meant. And obviously, girls. I need to not, but I love you all so, so much. Don't forget to share this podcast episode on your Instagram and tag at ThatGirlThePod. What the heck? Is that my boyfriend coming home? Sorry, so kind of side note, my boyfriend, got a motorcycle and his little work friends pick him up from work every day in their motorcycles because they all got them together and then they all ride to work together and then they drop each other off at home and they usually drop Josh off first because it's like 3 of them and the other 2 go home and it's just like a cute little thing like, oh, it's like they're grabbing their bicycles to like go to high school but they're grown men driving motorcycles. I don't know, it's really cute, but I think that's him. That's perfect timing. So, yeah, like I said, don't forget to tag ThatGirlThePod and share on your story, and I will repost it. Don't forget to follow me. What the heck? Follow me on Instagram, besties. Like, I love talking to you. Why haven't you followed me yet? But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in my next podcast episode. I upload every single Wednesday and Sunday, and yeah, I love you so, so much. Next time I see you, I will be a whole year older. That'll be fun and fresh. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think that's it. I'm going to go see what my dogs wrecked and why they were barking. Okay, love you guys. Bye. What was that bye? Okay, I gotta go.